What's up? I'm Shane. This is my wife. I don't know if you guys have seen her in a while. When you are working on construction projects, you have to save money where you can save money, right? That's the point of this video, saving money on your construction project.
Add $20,000 to your budget.
I actually talked about that in the last
Did
video.
you really?
I said add 20% contingency.
Oh, 20%. Okay.
Contingency to your rehabbing budget. So we are at a place called Floor and Decor in Dallas, and we're picking up flooring and tile for 3 different projects. This is actually our first time here.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's been some hype about it. So excited. We're gonna go to Floor and Decor. So come with us.
Come on, let's go. So just to give you guys an idea, let me set all my junk down here. I got a cup and an iPad. This subway tile, this 3x12 subway tile at Lowe's is typically about $1.40 each. And here, this is 72 cents each. If you're going by square footage, this would be about $2.80 per square foot. This is we're looking at for a backsplash for a kitchen. At Lowe's would be about $6 a square foot. So there's some things, there's a massive amount of stuff in the store, massive amount, and you can't even see all the way over there. But there's some stuff that I'm sure is price comparable. I'm sure there's some stuff, they have some really high-end stuff here. We gotta get out of that aisle real quick, right, Courtney?
Yes.
We gotta go, because it's really cool stuff, and it's like, oh, we gotta have that. We gotta have that backsplash, but you're on a budget, you gotta stay with it. And when you get to the tile, it's one of the last things, so you have to stay on budget, and you have to stay on budget before you get to the tile so that you can spend your full budget on your tile and your flooring and stuff like that. Some things are price comparable, some things are cheaper here, and that's what we're looking for, and some things are more expensive. So we'll continue to take you along the journey. So this is we have a lake house that we're finishing up. We've already bought tile for the showers, and this is the last tile that we're looking for, this 3x12 subway tile for the backsplash in the kitchen, which will go all the way to the ceiling. And you guys will see these projects as we go. We're almost done with that one, but we'll probably show you before we get done. Okay, here's another one for another property that we're working on. This is gonna be a backsplash at a downtown property that we have in Longview, Texas. This is $1.29 here at Floor and Decor. This is per piece, it's a 4x16. Sometimes you gotta get to that per square foot, okay? But we're just looking at per piece. So $1.29, these at Lowe's are typically about $1.60. So not a huge amount of savings, but decent. This ends up being about $2.90 per square foot. So every dollar we can save, and I think I did my math wrong on that other 3x12 subway tile. So if I did put in the comments what that one actually is per square foot, I'm not gonna go back and redo the video. That's why we got smarter people than I do watching these videos. My math's not always right, but I do know that it is cheaper. So on to the next one. Now we're gonna head to, we've got flooring to do for 2 properties. And one of those is gonna be click-in vinyl, and one's gonna be a glue-down vinyl. So let's go over there and check it out. Why are we looking for vinyl instead of laminate? Can you explain that?
I think that might be vinyl right there.
Why are we looking for vinyl instead of laminate?
Vinyl can float, so if your floor is uneven, a lot of times with homes we remodel, the floors and things are uneven. And so if you do interlocking laminate, the floors tend to buckle. So if you have interlocking vinyl, plastic gives more than wood.
Okay, on this project, the main flooring job that we're looking for is for some vinyl plank so it can float, and we are looking for something $2 or under, which is a tall task to find something $2 or under because you're not going to get very thick. So we're getting closer here. We're going to look at, make sure, where does it say? I don't like this one. Carbonized bamboo. Let's keep going down here. That's not okay. So here we are looking for vinyl plank for a big property that we have. It's 3,200 square feet, and we're gonna, if we do the whole property in one type of vinyl plank, we're gonna have to account for, we're just gonna account for 15% waste. And so when we look at these, and this is, you know, out of our price range here, but I'm looking at that first, and then what is the size, and the 6.5 millimeter. Well, what does that mean? A sheet of this, so I can show you what that 6.5 millimeter layer is. That layer is this very top piece, and it's really hard to see. Let's see if we can see it better over here. If you peeled this up, that top piece, you can see the gray. That's not part of the flooring. but the piece above that is the 6.5 millimeter layer. So that's basically your wear layer. But if you drop something, or if you go below like 5 millimeters, if you drop something, it may dent it to the underlayment piece. So just be aware of that when you're buying. A lot of people will go with like a 12 mil on say it's a house you're building for yourself that you're gonna be in, you're gonna take care of. For us, we will go down to a 4 or 5, 6 millimeter, depending on what kind of deal that we can get. This one here is a 7 millimeter for $3.99. That's an eco. I don't think that's a vinyl. Let's look and see. It's similar, but it's like a composite. So that base is like a composite. It's a little bit different. Like pressed wood is almost what that feels like. Okay, here's one that is $1.99, and that is probably about as cheap as it's gonna get. So what we're looking at is a 5 millimeter layer, and I think this is it right here. So this layer, you can tell, is a little bit thinner, like somebody's already filled it up. That corner there, that is the 5 millimeter layer, that one on the very top that's filled up. Another way to cut your costs down is to segment rooms and flooring, and you don't want to do too much of this or it looks like outlandish and out of place. But what we could do is buy this $2 laminate flooring here and then get on Facebook and use the $2 for all the bedrooms and the living room, kitchen, all of that, those things. And then we could come back and this is where my wife comes in. She can tell me if this is a terrible idea or not. And then we could do something different in the it's 3.5 bathrooms. So we could get on Facebook, and if you're looking for some flooring on Facebook, just know that you're not gonna find a bunch of it in the same style, but you can find stuff on there for 50 cents to $1 a foot, so a square foot. So if we measure our bathrooms out, our total square footage of the property is 3,200 square feet. We take our bathrooms out, that is about, I'm just gonna guess and say 600 square feet. Let's say 500 square feet. It may not be what it is, I'm just guessing, okay guys? And find some on Facebook for $1 a foot, and that's $500 there, and then buy this stuff for $2 a foot. I just saved $500. So that's just some creative ways. Another little nugget, if you don't mind driving, if you're looking, not for flooring, but if you're looking for an item for, say you've got an Airbnb, and you're looking for a hot tub, and you're looking for the best deal on a hot tub, and you don't mind driving, get on your computer, go to Facebook Marketplace, change your radius to 500 miles. You cannot do that on your phone. And then get back on your phone, that'll show up 500 miles now. And now you can search if you're looking for a specific hot tub, which by the way, I think bullfrogs are the best, but maybe just a personal opinion. Now you got a 500 mile radius. Now you can really start finding some deals. Okay, so we've narrowed down all of our things that we're buying here. If you've never been to Floor and Decor in Dallas, and I don't know where else they have these places, we found, I'm just gonna guess here and say we've probably saved about $2,000, and that is flooring that's 3,200 square feet of flooring for one property, and then a backsplash for that property. This is our downtown. You'll start to understand what I'm talking about. This is our downtown Longview property. We did tile backsplash for another lake property, and for our lake property we had already had our shower towel purchase. This is my brain. So we'd already had that purchase. So basically we did all flooring for that downtown property and tile backsplash. We ended up doing tile flooring in the bathrooms. Comparing our prices, we're pretty close to laying laminate or vinyl flooring. So just to show you, this is a backsplash. This is kind of our splurge item for the downtown property backsplash. So this is gonna be our backsplash tile for our lake house. And this one ended up pretty good. This was, there's a 4x16, so it's about $2.80. $2.80 a square foot there, somewhere around that. So while we're walking over here, and I'm gonna show you the laminate flooring that we got. We ended up going with laminate because we could get such a better deal on this laminate flooring for that 3,200 square feet. So what we ended up doing, because we saved so much money there, we got laminate for 99 cents. He said he could lay that for the same price that he was gonna lay the vinyl for us, and that it would be fine. Our floors aren't too bad in that property we're gonna lay it in. I'm on the wrong aisle. That saved us, our budget for that was $2 a square foot for 3,200 square feet, and it was $1 a square foot. Isn't that awesome? We're gonna talk about numbers. So The property that we're mainly doing that we're picking out this flooring for is our downtown property. It's 3,200 square feet. You calculate 15% waste for your cuts and all that stuff. Hopefully it won't be that much. You can always take it back if it's in stock, if you're not buying a discounted item. So 3,200 square feet added 15% would be 320 plus 160 be 480, so you'd be 3,680 square feet. So that is what we would have bought here. But since our budget was $2 and this is 99 cents or $1, we literally saved $3,600. Now we didn't save it because we didn't spend it, but we kept from spending it. My flooring guy said, hey man, maybe not laminate in the bathroom. Initially we were gonna do the same vinyl flooring throughout the entirety of the house. We would have ended up buying $3,600 at $200 to $250 a square foot. We saved a bunch of money here, so what are we gonna do? We either need to do vinyl in the bathrooms, or now that we saved a little bit of money. So here's the deal. We get to the point where we saved about $3,600, or we shaved off of our budget about $3,600, which our budget was already low. Like that's the base of the base that we could go, right? So, but we shaved some, we shaved $3,600. So then we come over to the tile and we say, well, we can do bathrooms in the tile now. And when we're doing an Airbnb, initially you heard me say that we splurged a little bit on the backsplash for the kitchen. When you're doing a short-term rental Airbnb, they're really areas that need to stand out. You need to have accent walls, places that are Instagrammable, right? Things that make people feel special, like they're in a place like that's different than every other place. So the little things that you can add in the end are all beneficial. If you're just doing a rent house, you don't have to do these things. Slap the stuff in there, make it quality and good, but it doesn't have to be super special. So we get to do stuff like this. Now this is $3.50 a square foot, but we're putting that in the 2 master bathrooms, which together the 2 master bathrooms are only about 150 square feet. So you have $3.50 for the tile, and then $3 a foot in labor. Add a little bit more in there for grout, but you're at $6.50, $7 a square foot laid, okay? But at 150 square feet, it doesn't make that big of a difference. So, in my regular flooring guy, my guy that lays our vinyl and our laminate, is usually around $1.75 to $2 a foot. So in essence, we just went up, we took that $4 a square foot off, and for the laminate vinyl, and then we added, so we're $3.50 over what it would normally be, but it's only 150 square feet. So think about those little things where you can splurge a little bit to add something really creative if you're doing short-term rental, okay? If you're doing long-term rentals as an investment, you can still do some of these things and they will help your property rent before other properties rent. However, don't go over on your budget. Set your budget and stick to it, because inevitably there will be some extra expenses that you're not expecting. Okay, here's the final math before we close this video out. Came up here expecting to spend $2 a square foot for the flooring for the entire house. We were gonna do laminate in the entire house, 3,200 square feet. With waste of 15% would have been 3,680 square feet. $2 a square foot is $7,360. We had budgeted for about $3 a square foot on backsplash tile. These are just materials at this point. So that adds, we had 75 square feet of backsplash tile. So that adds $225. We're just gonna round it up and say $7,600 is what we were planning on spending here. When we got here, we found better deals and better ways to do things, and figured out we could save money on the flooring for the most of the house by going to laminate and add tile to the bathrooms. So what we did there was we ended up spending our total materials cost for everything, the flooring and the tile for its 3.5 bathrooms, was $5,470. You still following me on the math? If you're not a math person, you probably already hung up. She said, yeah, you're gone. But if you are a math person, we're at $5,470. Well, that number compared to the original cost that we had planned to spend was $7,700. We still have to add in the extra cost that it's going to take our tile guy to lay that floor. So our tile guy, compared to our regular laminate or vinyl flooring guy, is $1.25 more per square feet. We have 343 square feet of tile. To lay that at $1.25 more is about $430. Let's just make the math simple. We would have spent $7,700 on materials. We spent $5,500 plus $400. So we're at $5,900. So we saved about $1,800 overall. And we're getting tile in the bathrooms. That's a win. That's why, so our day today was worth $1,800. That feels pretty good. Does that feel pretty good?
He's about to drop me off at the mall.
She's going shopping. Hopefully she won't spend $1,800. All right, thanks for joining us today. Remember, love God, love others, and let your work reflect that. We'll catch you on the next one.